welcome back to the channel. I've gone ahead and pulled some orders so that I can pack them up and ship them out. And per usual, I'm way behind schedule, but I feel like that's to be expected at this point when you come on this channel. So that's just how it goes around here. We don't have any crazy sales. I mean, some good ones, of course, but you know, a lot of little, a lot of small sales going out today. But again, we got to get it out. The first thing we have is this 1997 Barbie Holiday Voyage Homecoming. I don't know. I sold this for $10 plus shipping. Probably could have got more for it, but I've had it for forever. I'm still running the sales back to back. Put my stuff over there so the dogs can't mess with it. Still running my sales back to back right now. Last week was a lot slower. I'm definitely starting to feel the summer slump that everyone's been talking about. So we'll see how it goes. This week was pretty good because I had a couple good sales. We got I think it was a Canon Power Shot or something that Adam bought for $12 and it sold within a day for like $297. So, you know, we have a couple of those that are, you know, still keeping me in my bracket of where I want my payouts to be. So it works. And of course, we're still getting sales. They're just like the smaller sales. And yard sales have been a little bit iffy the last few weeks too, but it's Florida and it's hot and it's humid, and then it's going to start raining 14 times during your yard sale. So I get it. People don't want to do the yard sales. My community does one every spring and every fall. So I imagine we're not the only ones, and other people don't do them as much during the summer as well. Next, we sold these Coach women's loafers for $21.41 plus shipping. Not great condition, some peeling up here. Again, my rule of thumb is if I can sell them as is without doing any work to them, then I'll pick them up. I paid $2 for these, and they sold for $21.41 plus shipping. We did go yard sailing this weekend, and we drove like all over. We made a whole day of it. On Friday, like I drove around to some by myself because Adam was working. But on Saturday, we like yard sailed our way to Adam's parents' house and dropped off Elijah so he could hang out with them and go swimming. And then Adam and I kind of did like a date day of just like hitting a bunch of yard sales. But, you know, there's like no community yard sales going on. The yard sales are kind of hit or miss. We did go to one that had like vintage t-shirts advertised, and we got to it and it was a reseller, which there's some local resellers that when they have a yard sale, I always go. I buy a ton of stuff. They give me good deals. We know each other. I give them deals when I am having a yard sale. This one was not like a cheap yard sale, if you know what I mean. I did sell these Fiestaware salad plates, a set of 5 for $20. And, oh, sorry. They're stacked. They bought 2. So 20 and 20. So $40 for these salad plates. There's 10 of them. It's going to be super fun to ship. My favorite. However, if I'm being honest, Adam bought this whole bin of Fiestaware stuff, and that night I sold like a little vase pitcher thing for $40. He paid $40 for the whole tub. I also made $40 just on those salad plates. I also sold these bowls for $15 to a different buyer, and I sold another set of those bowls for $20 already, plus some other stuff, and I still have like 15 listings or so out of it. So that was a really good buy. So I'll deal with the packaging. Anyways, I was at the yard sale, and it was a reseller, and there was another guy there like looking at stuff who was also a reseller, and I guess they're friends. And I probably won't include it in my thrifting video because we didn't end up buying anything from them, but I did think it was kind of funny how in the background I was looking at stuff and they were talking about how they don't sell electronics or video game consoles anymore. These Nike men's off-court slides, $21 plus shipping. We got those for $1. And they were saying like, oh, yeah, like people scam on that, which they do. And the one guy was like, oh yeah, I bought like a black light marker and I put a dot on it. And I was thinking like, that's kind of a good idea because like you don't see it, no one would see it. But when you get it back, if they return it, you would see your black light thing. But like, are you not taking a picture of the serial number and putting that in the listing? Because I do, and most consoles have the model number, the serial number, XYZ. And when you get it back, if you compare it to your pictures, you should know if that's your item or not. Like, I haven't experienced that yet, knock on wood. We'll see. Good thing the dogs didn't just bark when I knocked, because they do all the time. And the other guy was like, yeah, or you ship it and it breaks and then you have to refund them and blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking like, I've broken a few glass items. Christmas time was rough for me. I was still brand new at reselling and I broke 3 glass Christmas items that I shipped out. I learned from that and I got better about it, and I've never, knock on wood, broken a game console that I've shipped to someone. Like, you're not doing something right. And then I was like, maybe I should do a shipping video to teach people that might not know, because no judgment. Again, I just said during Christmas I broke 3 glass items that I shipped and I totally thought I knew what I was doing. Maybe I should do a video where I'm like telling people how to package stuff, because that's crazy. This Michael Jordan's Slam Magazine 1998 Chicago Bulls sold for $16.99. Mine is not in great condition, like the corners and stuff are not great, so pretty cheap, but $16.99. It's from 98, so that's pretty cool. That actually came in my baseball card lot, so I didn't pay anything for it. I already went over the Bulls. So yeah, they were talking about like people sending back the wrong item, which does happen, but like your pictures should be clear as day to be able to tell if that's your item or not. If not, then you're not doing something right. And the other thing was that they break when they ship them, and I was thinking, what? Like, so if you're doing that, what I do is I do little bubble, then I do big bubble, and if it's a heavy console, I do another big bubble, and then I pack the shit out of it with paper. Like, I don't know. Some people do the double box. You can do that too, but like, there's definitely ways to ship that your item's not breaking. Also, like, I charged my GoPro batteries. Yeah, I charged my GoPro batteries all morning and it said it was fully charged, and I turned it on and it said 11%. And now it's flashing at me that it's gonna die. So we'll see how long I get into this video before it dies. Please, someone give me the GoPro secret, because I can't figure it out. I charge them up and this little thing, they'll all be lit up green, meaning they're fully charged. And then I'll go to put them in and it'll be like 4%. When I was thrifting the other day, I turned the camera on and it said 23% or something like that. I recorded my garage sale thing and got back into the car and it was at like 47%. How's it going up? Someone tell me. I'm missing the science here. Next thing we sold is this Real Tree timber 20-ounce tumbler, $10 plus shipping. The dogs are quiet. Do you guys hear it? Next thing we sold is this vintage 80s blouse. It's like a western, has the embellishments on it. It's really, really cool. It's just neat. This sold for $17.99 plus shipping. I think I paid $2 for it. I just got an offer, $64 on PlayStation 2. I'll have to look at that. But $64 for one item, like, you're missing out on some good stuff if you're telling me that you don't ship that because it'll break or they'll send you back a different one. I don't know. What is y'all's thoughts or experience on that? Do you guys have the same situation? Did I already go over this? I don't think so. Maybe. This Wonder Woman's 16-ounce tumbler sold for $11.04 plus shipping. I don't think I went over that because I didn't move it over here. But sometimes I get a bit chatty Cathy and forget what I'm doing. I don't know. What's going on in everyone's world? Let me tell you what's going on in mine. These two salt and pepper shakers. How cute. Put them together. They make a little heart. I know. It's adorable. $8.18 plus shipping. I probably paid $1 for these. I never pay more than $1 or $2 for salt and pepper shakers. My son stole some other kid at his daycare's little Cybertruck Hot Wheels toy. I guess Friday? I don't know. Vintage Fiestaware salt and pepper shakers. This is also from the Fiestaware lot. These sold for $15.29 plus shipping. They're like a cobalt blue color. Yeah, so his birthday is coming up. So these, I'm aware that these little Hot Wheels Cybertrucks are $40. So they're not cheap. And my son comes in and tells me yesterday, I'm like folding clothes in my room, Ace Combat 6 video game for the Xbox 360 sold for $6.99 plus shipping. I actually listed this like a day ago. So some cheap video games do sell quick. I've experienced quite a bit of that recently. Because we bought the 300 and something video games, so now we're just like throwing in some listings when we can. Anyways, so he comes in and folding clothes, and he shows me this other Tesla Hot Wheels car, and he's like, look what Nana and Pops got me. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool, even though we're giving him presents right before his birthday. But he's holding his other hand behind his back, okay? And then he starts to walk out of my room like this. And if any of you have children, he's gonna be 6, so he's currently 5, and your 5-year-old is walking out like this, you already know what time it is. So I'm like, what are you doing? Nothing. Come back in here. What? And he's still holding it. I'm like, what's in your hand? Nothing. I'm like, I can see that you're holding something in your butt. And he's like, it's not in my butt, it's behind my butt. I said, give it to me. What is that? And he comes up and he hands it to me. He goes, what? It's not even real. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, yes, it is. Like, where did you get this? Where did this come from? SpongeBob, the complete 3rd season, $9.99 plus shipping. I actually picked this up Friday. I listed it Saturday and it sold Sunday. So that's pretty good. Again, not expensive or a great sale, but quick sellers. I think I paid like $2 for it though, so not great, but I bought like a bundle of stuff from them, and that's one of the cheaper items. So then he tells me he found it in his playroom behind his Spider-Man picture. And I'm like, no, you didn't. I said, you're lying to me. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Holy Bible, New King James Version by Thomas Nelson, $15.29 plus shipping. I paid $1 for that. And I know some people are weird about the Bible situation, but I'm giving someone a Bible for a great deal. Anyhow, then I text Adam. I'm like, I'm pretty sure our son stole someone's Cybertruck because they're $40. So I know none of us have bought one because is $40 a ton of money? No. Is it a ton of money for a little car this big that they're going to like chew on and throw across the floor and lose at daycare or someone steal? Yeah, it is. So then we both go in there and we ask him, and he tells us this elaborate story about how he found it at kindergarten. And now he's talking about kindergarten, like actual elementary school, which has been over since May. And I'm thinking, there's no way you've had this thing for like 2 months and we haven't known about it. So Adam keeps talking to him. Then he proceeds to tell us that he stole it out of a kid's cubby at daycare. Lord, help me. Help me. Next, we sold this deluxe tire cover. We've sold a few of these. This is the West Virginia Mountaineers, $42.49 plus shipping. So, of course, I go into this whole elaborate, like, You have to give that back to him. You have to say sorry that you took it home, the whole nine. We don't steal in this house, and why that's not good, and how he gets upset when he loses one of his cars and he thinks someone took them, and the whole kit and caboodle, right? And he has a full-on mental breakdown, says he'd rather just be in trouble for forever than actually apologize to this kid, because he will be so mad at him. And he's like, you'll be so mad at me, you know? Then he says, I'll just put it back in his cubby and I'll tell him something nice, like, great job, you found your Cybertruck. What? No. So we had the whole talk again this morning, and then I messaged his school to make sure that they actually do it the right way. Next thing we sold, these are really cool, is this Mini Tricks steam locomotive, whatever. This sold for $39.99 plus shipping. It's very small, like this is the size of my hand, very tiny. So we have never actually heard of these before, but if you look up Mini Tricks, look it up on eBay and sort high to low. Some of these things go for hundreds of dollars. So this one sold for $39.99 plus shipping. We actually got like a whole little train bundle for like $5, and this was one of the things in it. So really probably spent $1 on it. Yeah, so that's what's going on in our world. And you know, at some point I told him, because I am in recovery, so I do have a pass. Not prior to his life though, he's never known that side of things. But I told him, like, look, mommy has stole before and she got in really big trouble, okay? And I don't ever want that for you. And that's why I tell you, we don't steal in this house, because we don't do that and it hurts people's feelings. And I went through all this. I said, if you were an adult, you could go to jail for that. Was that the right move? I don't know. But like, I need him to understand that like there's consequences for our actions. And he's crying. At some point, he was like, Mom, will you sit on the couch with me? And I said, no. I said, I need you to understand something. You're crying and you're upset, and that's okay, but I do not feel bad for you because you did this. I feel bad for the child that you stole their toy, because they're probably really upset that they think they lost it and they can't find it. You know, I don't know. I need my kid to not be spoiled rotten and have some values. And I told Adam, I was like, I need this experience to be like traumatizing for him. I need him to like own up to it and like have to say sorry to this kid and physically hand it back to him, because I don't want him to ever do this again. I don't know. But I do know that 5-year-olds is kind of like what they do, I guess. Poshmark cross listing sale. I sold these Adidas Freak athletic shoes, cleat things, $22 plus shipping. So I don't know if we handled it the right way, but he's my only kid, so I'm kind of learning as I go. And, you know, I have a past and I don't want him to fall into those same things. I think a lot of it comes down to like nature versus nurture, which at this point I can't help the nature part, but I can definitely help the nurture part. And then the last thing that we sold today is this vintage Florida State Seminoles logo athletic hat, snapback with tags, never worn. You guys are going to be upset with how much I sold this for, but I've had it a lot longer than I thought. Like, it was getting a lot of traction in the beginning, and I listed it high, and I was declining offers and such, and it just never sold. So it's been like months now. So I accepted a best offer of $125 for that, $125, new with tags, a little dusty because it was sitting on a man cave shelf for however long. I paid $10 for it though, so it's a good flip for me. And the buyer messaged me and was like, thank you so much for working with me on the price. And I love that, because, and I know with the VHS set, some people were like, oh my gosh, that should have been so much more. I do understand that, but like my selling motto, I'm more of like trying to I don't have to be the end seller or the end result for my items. As long as I'm flipping a profit that's acceptable for me, I'm not keeping stale inventory, and I'm giving a buyer a really good deal. That's all that matters to me. You know, if I buy something for $5 and I sell it for $100, that's a good flip. Now, if they take that $100 and they sell it for $300, they get a good flip. We all win in that situation. Is that the best motto? Probably not. But when you're an everything seller like I am, then you're an expert in zero. And that's kind of where I'm at, you know? So with the hat, do I know everything about these? When I bought these, I didn't even necessarily know like what brands and stuff to look for. I learned a lot when I got them. And turning $10 into $125 is a good flip for me, and the buyer got a really great deal, and that keeps them coming back to eBay so we can keep selling to people because they keep getting good deals, right? As long as it's enough to pay my bills, that's all that matters. Speaking of bills, if any of you have been wondering, I know I have a couple viewers on here that were my subscribers back when I started this endeavor. But we are officially getting the pool, and I'm so excited about it. And the financing is all done, the contract's written up, everything like that. So we're about to start, and I cannot freaking wait. Elijah's gonna love it so much. I'm talking about how spoiled he is, and I'm buying him a freaking pool. I know I'm the problem here, okay? But the last thing that I want to end off on is, as of this morning, I actually have 150 subscribers, and that is crazy. Crazy. I know it's not a lot. There's a bunch of people like Harry Tornado that have 400,000, but for me, that's nuts. You know, like I started this channel in, I think it was March, and I had like 5 or 6 subscribers, 4 of which were like family or friends, for months. And then I remember when it went up to like 23, and I was like, Adam, oh my gosh, I have 23 subscribers. And then it hit 100, and like within 2 or 3 days, I was at 150. So that is crazy. There's 150 people in this world that are interested in what I'm telling you. That's nuts. That's nuts. So I'm very, very appreciative for all of you, those that, you know, have been following me from the beginning, my first 10 subscribers all the way to 150. I'm very excited, and now I'm just trying to navigate what type of videos everyone seems to be interested in. I know the PSA video got a lot of attention, and some of the thrifting videos have gotten a lot of attention, so bear with me while I navigate this for everyone. But I wasn't expecting 150 people to tune in and actually want to watch me on YouTube. So this is new for me. I'm really excited, but that's all we have for today. Until next time, bye guys.